Testing, testing. Right. Oh, look at all the people here first. We've got Ariel, we've got Meg, yeah, with the pronouns. Zeta, Chris, Bree, Wildflower, Unraveling, Addie, Christina, Princess, Sarah. Hi, hi, hi. Still milking this? There's nothing to milk, friend. There's a second tour. I don't know if you know that. The tour is still happening. And I will talk about this until people are properly held accountable. Thank you, Warrior Princess, for the 4-month streak on Twitch. Aren't you guys proud of me? It's 3:15. I'm having my first Red Bull. Sorry, Twitch. There we are. There we are. We also are monetized on YouTube, so we have super chats over there. I don't really know what that means. We got Mr. B over on Twitch as well. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, so we've taken a couple of days off, y'all. We've got new foster kittens in the house. We've got new foster kittens. We have also had to do some house catching up and all that. So we took some time out. Oh. Okay. Thanks for letting me know, Warrior Princess. Yes. So, oh, that's awesome, Katie. Hi, Tia. I do hope that your your second dog adoption or your next dog adoption. I'm not sure if it's your second or more. I hope it goes well. Slow introductions. That's the key. So yes, we are on day 13. We are on day 13 of covering the Unfuck America tour. It seems like there's people spreading misinformation on how many lives we've done on this. So I took a few moments today and I went through all of my live replays just to make sure that I had the right number. So we're on day 13. So, oh, Katie, I'm so sorry. Most of my dogs have passed from cancer, so I know. I unfortunately know all about that. I'm very familiar with various types of dog cancer, and it is very sad. But I assure you that your dog was definitely loved. Mm-hmm. So, let me get this open over here. Oh, thank you, Sarah, for the upgrade. Hi, Addie. Hi, Jalen. So, hi, Zen. Some housekeeping stuff, which I'm gonna do better about doing this like housekeeping stuff and little reminders because someone apparently admitted to recording all of my lives, which is a little weird. It's a little stage 5 clinger. Definitely concerning, but yeah. So, little housekeeping things. So, oh shoot, I forgot to put it up. Oh my gosh, how can I'm like the worst, y'all, the worst grifter. I forgot to even put the goal up. That's bananas. Oopsies. Oopsies. Let me update it because that's the wrong amount. Oh my gosh. I gotta get better at the grifting, y'all. Let me get this one over here done. This should go up here. All right. We're all set. Okay. So we do have a daily goal. Our daily goal is 200 every day. We don't always hit it. But for those that apparently have fallen and hit their head and completely forgotten what we do over here, our daily goal goes primarily towards the foster kittens, which I have at this point fostered hundreds of them at this point. And Red Bull, sometimes Carvel, sometimes Wingstop, but primarily to the foster kittens. So, and I do post receipts in the Discord. So yeah, in case anyone was wondering about that. Other housekeeping things, yes, we do have a Discord. It is a paid Discord. There are different ways to get through. There is a standard sub here on TikTok. You can also do a subscription through Twitch. You can also do it free by using your Amazon Prime account to subscribe on Twitch. So those are ways that you can get in the Discord. Yeah. And we do it behind a paywall, just like many, many other creators. because we're trying to foster an actual community and not just a bunch of randos. We actually know each other in there. We talk every day. So, and the goons are very generous. So there are many people that can't afford a sub that are part of the community and they get gifted a sub, or they're already in the community and they can't afford this month's subscription or whatever, and they get gifted a sub. So there's that. Mm-hmm. That's crazy talk, keeping out trolls and bad actors. Yeah. Super weird. Super weird. Why would anyone that like advocates for women and all that stuff want to have a more protective space in Discord? That sounds like a dumb idea. Mm-hmm. Anywho. So yeah, we do have a lot of fun in the Discord. We watch movies, we play video games together, we stream. Like the other day we streamed the 2020 episode on Julius Jones. So we hang out. I'm very active in there. The Discord should be called, like, I think it's just the Goons. So while I was taking a couple of days off, I was your legs. While I was taking a couple of days off, the new crew was announced. The new crew was announced for this Unfuck America tour. How they're going to continue to fundraise with this lady at the helm, that I do not know. That I do not know. Do we have it in the Discord? Do we have what in the Discord? Let me see if they've updated the website. Yeah, they're going to try to keep it going. Let's see. All right, let's see. Let's pull this up. Sorry, I'm pulling up the... Oh, shoot. Oh my gosh, I keep grabbing the wrong one. Sorry, Twitchies. Sorry, Twitchies. I give up. We will do a new one. Okay, so they've changed the branding a little bit. They've removed, obviously, Dean Parker. Next stop coming soon. This is what's funny to me is they don't even have a date set, y'all. They're announcing the creators, but they don't even have a date set. Like, that seems like putting the cart ahead of the horse. Cart ahead of the horse. Y'all, I'm not really good at those sayings. Spanish is my first language. They didn't have those things in Spanish. Let's see. Oh, look, you could join the mailing list. RSVP. Should we fill it out? Let's see. This isn't a protest, it's a movement. They're bringing chaos. We're building a movement. Charlie Kirk's got billionaire backers. We've got something they can't buy. The truth. The Unfuck America tour is now hitting the road. Shut down misinformation with receipts. Building progressive power where it matters most. Prove that hope isn't dead. It's just been underfunded. I think y'all were plenty funded. So, let's see. I do think it's funny that it's like no mention of the previous fuckery. Let's do. Oh my goodness, finally. Finally, TikTok's feed lets me update the gift goals. It's about time. Okay, so yeah, so no mention of the previous fuckery. We're just gonna ignore that. We're just gonna pretend like none of that happened. All right, we love that. Let's see. This I love to dig through this stuff. And the reason why I love to dig through this stuff is because depending on and this were the same prices as it was before in the first tour. So depending on oh, never mind. I was gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say like if they're doing like a small run of items, like it could potentially be much more like a higher cost per item. But because the estimated shipping time is 6 to 8 weeks, that tells me that they're either doing a pre-order, which is unlikely. It's more likely that it's print on demand. So because it's print on demand, based on because they're including the type of shirt it is, right? This shirt right here. Depending on the print on demand company you're using it for, is about $8 to $10 for this shirt. $39 for a Gildan t-shirt. Even if you're doing, because normally you want to do at least, your margin should at least be like, you should at least have like 50% margin. So you should at least, like the cost that you charge should at least be like double of your at cost price. And then obviously you add a little bit more if you have like website hosting or like any people helping you pack the orders and things like that. But this much is crazy. For a t-shirt? A Gildan t-shirt? So, I don't know how many they actually sold of this. Hopefully none, but because that seems like, and I don't think that she's ever like posted how much they've brought in with merch. All merch is overpriced. I do agree. Well, actually, no, I disagree with that. Merch is not necessarily overpriced. A lot of people tend to undercharge actually for merch, but this is like way overpriced. Especially the t-shirt. The t-shirt especially. The hats depends on who, you know, if it's the quality of the embroidery, it's not really giving you like, you can't even zoom in, so I can't really tell. But a t-shirt, this I know. But yeah, so I thought that was kind of interesting. Let's see. Over, under 15 total sales. By the way, y'all, I know the last time you saw me, I was wearing a Chairman Mao shirt. I'm pretty sure. This is not the same shirt. I have more than one. And you know what? I don't care. I'm going to wear it over and over because I love this shirt so much. It makes me happy. All right. So let's... I'm trying to think. Who was the person that had the most... I think it was the CF... What's the guy's name? CF... Let's see.
Pass, pass, pass. Smash. Pass, pass, pass. Smash.
Can y'all hear that?
Pass, pass, pass. Smash. Pass, pass, pass. Smash.
An actual patriot.
Pass.
Because nothing says patriotism like avoiding racism. I mean, he's actually not wrong. He's actually not wrong with that, honestly. Where's the one that he... I thought there was one where he attached all the creators.
Both 5 drinks in at 2 a.m. and all of a sudden she like removes consent. Yeah, like that's a murky middle gray area. And excuse me, I say.
Removed consent, is she not?
Okay, but again,
and he continues to go.
Bro, he's never even read that book. He's never look. He hasn't read that book. Look. Okay, watch it again. Watch it again. Watch it again. Watch it again.
She like removes consent. Yeah, like
When he watch when he opens the book, like look at where the page marking is. It's literally like after the foreword.
He continues to go onward with that encounter.
Again,
then he
both 5 drinks in at 2 a.m. and all of a sudden she like removes consent.
Bananas. Okay, so
yeah, like that's a
who was it that does anyone know the username of the person that posted all the different creators? Hi, Spooky. Yes. By the way, you guys know I don't go outside like ever, and I went outside today for a walk, and I think I got sun poisoning. I know that's exaggeration, but I do have a migraine, it was too much sun for me. I'm not built for the outside. I did wear sunscreen and I did hydrate, but like it was too much. Okay, it was Mercedes, right? Mercedes what? Chandler? Official camp call out. Oh boy. Is it this one?
For the past 3 weeks, I have watched my For You page devolve into a bunch of people who otherwise should have been reporting on things like children with cancer getting deported, the mayor of Newark getting arrested, what happened in Massachusetts the other day. They've decided to instead focus their efforts on taking each other's skeletons out of the closet and smearing it all over the internet for hundreds of thousands of people to see. And all I gotta say is I am disappointed in the culture of the left. As someone who is an ex-MAGA, who almost voted for Donald Trump, who was a conservative influencer, I'm disappointed. I switched over here right before the election, and it's funny because so many of you guys have taken to the internet saying debate content doesn't work. The same people who are saying debate content doesn't work have always been left, live in places like San Francisco or in blue states or in the city, and have no idea what switching your mind actually is like in the first place, or switching your party, or switching your vote. The whole entire reason that I moved away from Trump and over to Kamala Harris was because a streamer named Destiny popped through my For You page. I was like, what in the world is this? He was like slinging down facts that I've never heard before. Mind you, the algorithm is extremely powerful. If your algorithm is primed to watch conservative content, it's all you're going to see. You're never going to see anything that the left is reporting on, simply because the algorithm that you're choosing to engage with will continue to keep you into an echo chamber. It's the same reason why the left was so baffled when Kamala Harris lost, including me, because I was very confident that she was going to win. Why? Because my algorithm gave me confidence, because the algorithm feeds you what you want to hear. So, those of us on the right are constantly being fed right-wing algorithms. All of a sudden, Debate Bro broke through, and I was like, holy shit. Eventually, Dean also broke through, and I found his lives, and I would watch them every single night, and I would watch him slap down with facts, and I said, wow. And it changed my mind. I would research the facts that were being spit out, and I would find out that they were right, and that my party was wrong, and I said, oh shit. So for those of you chronically online, blue state privileged ass-having leftists who don't think that debate content works, I'm here to tell you you're wrong.
Okay, hold on. Debate content works for people that were formerly right-wingers. Because that is what they thrive off of. Owning the libs. Owning the MAGAs. It's essentially the same thing. You guys know how I feel about people that were MAGA not that long ago and are like now supposed to be like leading us. Like, this is bananas. This is absolutely bananas. Oh, thank you. The only thing that sucks about TikTok Studio is that I can't really see the GIFs. Add Andra to list. Well, okay, so James, you know that there's a new tour now, and Andra's not a part of it. Which, y'all, we can talk all the crap we want about Andra because she's had me blocked before I even knew who she was. Like, I literally never interacted with her, but some rabid community told her that I was a MAGA leftist, so she blocked me preemptively. It's a little weird. It's a little weird. So, where's my Gmail? Who told you to log out? We do have a donation from Chris, two of them actually. One says, "Hi, Lena and the Goon Community. Love y'all. We love you too, Chris." And $2 for Wheels on the Ground. We love that. Let's keep watching this absolute shit show. I'm just so curious. Like when you look at the newer creators that are added to this, the majority of them are like older, and there's nothing wrong with older people, but like Sean DeBlack was saying, like they're gonna be going onto college campuses and trying to convince students. Like these people are gonna end up on a list. They haven't put the new list on the website yet.
I'd also implore you to go onto YouTube and type in "leaving MAGA" or "how I left MAGA" or "how I got out of the red pill pipeline," and you're going to notice a very common theme of those of us who have left the Conservative Party did so because of debate style content, because of creators like Dean or Destiny or any of the debate bros who are able to deliver a message that counters any and everything that we know as being a conservative. So that's my first point I want to make. For those of you who think debate content doesn't work, it works. And it works like a goddamn charm. Second point, I saw over this entire situation, one thing that I learned is so many of you online left-wing creators are completely detached from reality. And I don't know if it's because you guys, the only thing you do is make money on TikTok, and that's no hate. But I don't know if some of you guys have like worked real jobs.
Yeah, you know what we should have done is we should have kept track of all the stereotypes that she throws out about people on the left. Like start with, because that was one. You guys don't have real jobs. Yeah, we can definitely make a bingo with this. Yeah, none of us have jobs. You're so right. Mercedes constantly brags about how much money they make and how easy they go viral. Speaking of making money, y'all, don't forget our daily grift. We have 193 left in our daily grift. You know, I gotta go. You guys know what I'm gonna do with that. I'm gonna go buy some Pokemon cards or sneakers with it. Also known as taking care of foster kittens. You know. Which we got 3 new foster kittens yesterday. They don't have names yet because you guys know how I feel about that. And they're very, 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 very small. Very small. Very small. They're very, very little. All right.
Jobs, who have done like some blue collar ass shit, or know anything about like average middle America, or anything outside of the technological
Oh, they're in the
world.
toaster, y'all.
I don't think a lot of you guys realize that yes, most people who live in the city probably generally are voting blue, but those of us who are conservative, ex-conservative in my case, we're country folk. We're blue collar ass fucking folk. We are uneducated. We didn't go to college. Lots of us don't even have diplomas. You cannot hold us to these purity tests in perfection and think that we're going to continue voting on your side. Luckily, I have morals and I've seen the truth and I've been able to be presented with the facts, so yes, I'll continue voting on this side. But after seeing.
Was that supposed to be a selling point for us to follow her? Like, to follow her into this, like, movement? She literally just said, I didn't go to school. I didn't finish school. I probably don't know what I'm talking about. And you should just follow me because I'm a blue collar worker. And this is not me saying you have to go to college to be educated on something. Absolutely not. I don't know many people that brag about it. I don't know. Bashing Mercedes is really weird, not gonna lie. I haven't bashed her at all. I've just been critiquing her video. She has accused us of not having jobs, being out of touch, etc., etc. Like,
the way that you guys acted online,
y'all need to like touch grass if you think that this is bashing.
Want to vote over here. Back when I was a conservative influencer, so many of
conservative influencer is just so fucking dumb. Like the fact that anyone that would call themselves like a conservative influencer, like what is that?
So many of them used to be Democrats. And they were Democratic influencers. And the reason why they stepped away from the Democratic Party was because they kept getting purity tested over stupid shit. For example, I'm sorry.
Hold on. Purity tested over stupid shit. Like, maybe don't be transphobic. Maybe don't be racist. Can you not say slurs? Maybe. Is that? Can we do that, or can you just like not pay attention to what I'm doing in my bedroom? Purity testing, y'all. Cancel us right now. Cancel us immediately. Yeah, maybe don't essay women. Oh, gosh. These are real people, y'all.
Wall, and I'm like, God, that was G-A-Y. I'm not saying that word because this app, but I do say it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. I'm not ho-ho-phobic. This is like arguing over some of the tiniest, stupidest shit that middle of America who was raised on South Park, who fucking, I don't know, like they're not perfect people. They're not politically correct. They're not ready to be held to purity testing standards. So many of you guys come at it this way. You say, you know what, you need to be absolutely perfect to vote over here. Then if you're not perfect, we don't want you to vote over here. You don't even get to have a platform. You don't get to talk out against the Trump administration. You don't get to do anything. You need to shut up and sit down. That is your guys' mindset, and it's like they don't want to be told that. Like, they're imperfect people, and they won't vote over here or come over here if that is what you're telling them. If you ostracize them, if you tell them, sorry, you haven't read 12 books about intersexuality, so you can't be over here. That's absolutely crazy, and many of them will look at you and be like, okay, I know the Republican policy. Many of them actually think this way, by the way. They know that the Republican policy
I caught that tweet.
But they would rather take the $7.25 fucking an hour minimum wage than to get, I don't know, DOXXED all over the internet by a bunch of Puritan leftists who got mad because of a tweet that they made when they were fucking 18 years old.
Like, you could tell, like, she still has a fuck ton of disdain for the left. Like, why is this, like, why are we putting money into this to follow Charlie Kirk? Like, that's why, I'm sorry, nobody can convince me that Z is not a grifter. Because she's still going to get paid as long as this continues. And she's still going to get more followers because people are hate following. And that's all that matters to her.
And that's what you guys have become, and that's what you guys have devolved into, and I just saw it exacerbate over the past couple weeks, and I'm disappointed, and I won't be participating in that. You could go and find my ex-conservative videos, and I said things that you guys would try to cancel me for. And what good does that do? You know what I mean? I'm watching all of these left-wing influencers get canceled for some of these things, and I'm like, oh God, I was in a group called GAG. You know what I mean? Like, do you guys not want me over here? Do you guys want me to go back over there? Like, do you guys not want me to participate on this side? Like, what do you want? And it's like that mindset is so horrible. I welcome you. If you are a moderate against MAGA, I welcome you. If you are a Republican against MAGA, I welcome you. If you are anyone who can stand up and have the gonads to be like, yo, this administration is absolutely abhorrent and it's tearing people's lives apart, I welcome you. And I don't care if you're politically correct. I don't care if you're perfect. I'm never going to purity test you because I myself will never pass a purity test. And every single person who engaged in this behavior of cancellation won't pass a purity test. Even you guys in the comment sections could change the rhetoric by putting a comment stating, you know what, purity testing each other in a time where people are in Kim, insert meme here, is not worth it. We have to build up blue wing media if we ever want to take out this administration. And you guys in the comments need to do a much better job at stopping it. You guys exacerbate it by encouraging these influencers to keep going when all of you guys in the comment sections, if your skeletons got taken out of the closet for everyone to see, I don't even know where you guys get the gonads to sit there and yeah, put inserts influencer here, you're really horrible and we don't think you deserve a platform. All right, you the commenter, start speaking up. Why don't you start speaking up? And then start speaking up and then you enjoy getting just smeared all over the internet. Stop it. You guys got to stop it. You commenters need to stop encouraging these left-wing influencers to drag each other on the internet, and you left-wing influencers need to stop dragging each other on the internet. Because when the primaries come and this culture has not changed, they will win again. And when the election comes and they see that we haven't changed and we just think that they're a bunch of uneducated blokes, we won't win. This is middle America that we're talking about who break their back for 80 plus hours a goddamn week. And you expect them to come home and deprive themselves of vitamin D and lock themselves in their room and read a book on intersectionality? That's not reality, dude. They're spending time with their families and they're not bad people. They're just tired of this cancel culture and they're tired of the overly political correct policing. And it's time to knock it off. People are done with it across the board. Moderates are done with it, leftist centers done with it, even liberals are getting over it. It's stupid and you guys need to stop playing into it. Anyways, my name is Mercedes Chandler. And if you're a far leftist who think it's okay to cancel people on the internet, you might as well unfollow me now. Because I know this video is going to get me canceled. But I don't care. Because I'm ready to just cancel myself. And not in a weird way, but like in a, you can't cancel me if I cancel myself, right? Anyways, goodbye. For the past 3 weeks, I have...
I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Can you guys hear me, by the way? Sorry, I was testing something.
I've watched my For You page devolve into
all right,
a bunch
so who
of
else
people
is
who otherwise...
doing this? This person?
Well, look,
Honestly, anyone that
puppies.
says cancel
now
culture,
that I have your attention,
it's an
let's
L.
talk about something serious. Cancel culture on the left absolutely needs to stop. We need to unite to defeat fascism in this administration. Every single day that passes, it's getting worse. Every day, it is getting worse in this country, losing our rights. I myself am an ex-Republican that switched his vote to Democrat in 2016, and now I'm a registered independent. Why can't you guys get together and do what I did? Put all your BS aside and vote appropriately for the correct candidate. The midterms are huge. We have to win in the midterms and impeach this entire administration. MAGA disgusts me. They took my party away. But you know what I respect about them? They stick together. As horrible as they are, they stick together. And that's how they're winning elections. It's time for the rest of us to stand up and start choosing country over party and putting our differences aside. Have a day. Oh, look, puppies. Now that I have your attention, let's talk about something serious. Cancel culture on the left.
Right.
For the past
I
3
don't want to
weeks, I have
accidentally have to like watch.
watched my For You page devolve into a bunch of people who otherwise should have been reporting on things like
All right, so by now you probably heard about the Unfuck America tour and how that whole thing blew up over a live. Now, I'm not here to talk about my opinions on the live. We all have our own opinions about everything. What I'm really here to talk about is the
Why? Okay, listen. They're supposed to be chasing around Charlie Kirk, and they're supposed to give him a piece of their mind. But you can't even share your opinions on like what happened on that live. Like you have no thoughts jiggling around in there. Oh, hold on. Thank you, a Rebel, for the $2 cash app. We also have 20 from Leslie for ice cream cone. You're so funny. 13 from Rand for round numbers and to support your kitten grift. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. So now I have to math. What is that? That's 35? Yeah, 35. Okay, so what's 193 minus 35? Anybody? Anyone but me. Oh my gosh, you guys are all giving. Okay, I'm going with 158 because that's the one that's the closest. Yes. So just a reminder, I am grifting on the internet because I don't want to see kittens starve to death. Weirdo, absolute weirdo. And if we behave today, maybe I'll do a kitten. The Discord already saw the kittens, but maybe I'll do a live kitten unboxing if everyone behaves well.
The whole movement and why it's such a big deal. This was something that was going to make such a big difference for the left. This was going to be an amazing experience.
No.
But it all got stopped because of
Wait. Okay, amazing experience. Organizing and all of that is not an experience. This is not like going to like, I don't know, the Four Seasons on your honeymoon or something. Like, it's not an experience. You're supposed to be there to work. You're supposed to be doing work. Work is not like this like luxurious thing, the way that he said it. It was supposed to be such a good experience. It's fucking weird. These people are weird.
what the left struggles with. It blew up because the left does what it does best. It got a little too butthurt. Now, before you come at me in my comments about nuance and context and what was said and all that, I don't give a fuck. Okay, I'm sorry, but when there are people that are getting dragged out of their cars by ICE agents and they're getting deported, citizens are getting deported to other countries for the rest of their lives with no due process, I don't give a fuck about your sensitive feelings, okay? We can talk about that when this maniac in the White House is out, but until then, shut the fuck up or get with it. The constant walking on eggshells and the overabundance of cancel culture on the left almost destroyed an entire movement. Almost. Those of us who are now part of the movement actually care about fighting fascism and don't give a shit about whether our follower account gets affected or if I have the wrong logo showing in my video. So if you too are sick of this cancel culture bullshit, join us. Otherwise, shut your mouth, get in the back seat, and buckle up. It's gonna be a wild fucking ride.
Yeah. Let's link arms to fight fascism. But let's ignore, like, racism's not a big deal though.
For the past 3 weeks, I have watched my For You page devolve into a bunch of people.
Who the fuck is this?
I'm Vic Myers.
Who the
Welcome
fuck?
to the
Okay, whose peepaw is this? Bruh. Bro, like, he's really gonna go to a college campus. And that's not weird at all. Just lurking around on a college campus. Pull my finger. Pull my finger.
the resistance. Cancel culture. One of the reasons why we're in a state of a nation where the new Gestapo, and by Gestapo I mean ICE,
That is
can go and arrest judges.
that is a fucking deranged thing to say. Like, I'm so tired of people like appropriating these terms. Like, yes, fuck ICE, obviously. But like this idea of like using that like charged language is just fucking weird. It's fucking weird. And it's intentional. As if ICE didn't exist before. Like, are you guys dumb? Like, ICE has been pulling people out of their homes since before. Yeah, it's ramped up, but like, immigrations has always been some fucked shit.
And mayors and break into innocent people's homes in the middle of the night, throw them out in the rain while they steal all of their belongings without any accountability. One of the reasons we're in this predicament is cancel culture. You see, MAGA successfully portrayed the left as nothing but a bunch of cancel culture warriors. And they were able to do it because, to a certain extent, they're right. And what is the Democratic Party doing? Well, you got the dinosaur Democrats sitting back on their fat asses, counting their stock dividends and saying, shh, we'll issue a letter. You got those ones, and you got the head of the DNC, who I once had great hope for, trying to cancel the young Democrats who are trying to rejuvenate this party. That's what the party's doing. And then you got the social media, the ground level people that need to strengthen and work together. Some of them have decided that cancel culture is their thing. That's what they believe in more than fighting against fascism. And they will go out and say anything, doesn't matter if it's true. They will portray somebody in all kinds of different untrue ways, anything to gain a couple more followers. Just so long as they're canceling somebody and they can be seen as the person doing the canceling, then that's all good with them. Well, I'm very happy and proud to say that this is not going to fall to cancel culture. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be doing individual videos on the new tour and the creators that are involved with it.
The fact that he can't even say the word. He can't even say the name of the tour. I miss it. I missed what they said, Parkers. Bummer.
And some of them were on the first leg, like me, and some of them are brand new to the tour. The good thing is these are all people who strongly believe that what we need to be focused on is fighting fascism, so that's what we're going to do. Stay tuned, because the NF America Tour is alive and well, and we're going to be out there fighting fascism every chance we
Where were
get.
you on January 6th?
Good day.
Why is there 30 seconds left? What the fuck? What is this? Did he, bro? Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. I know what happened. I know what happened. So when you're pulling clips into TikTok for a video, you know, and you're selecting them, sometimes you accidentally select things, and that's probably what happened. He accidentally selected too many clips. I thought about that midnight, but it was already over a minute. Yes, exactly. Defense, Lainey. Yeah, it's a good thing it was this and not that, not anything weird. Cause like that is. This is the best we got, y'all. This is the best we got. All right, let's. Who else is next? This one I know also went on the tour. Let me see. Did she do a video on it?
So we have a long drive. Okay, I have such great news.
Okay, so urgent action is needed by everybody. I'm not even sure exactly. To somebody preferably younger, because we don't have.
Maybe she didn't do a video. But I'm pretty sure this is the lady that said, yeah, we can ignore racism because I have children that are part of the trans community and they're scared. Which, fair, obviously. Trans people are definitely being targeted, but like, I think we can do both. That's an idea, right? We can do both because guess what? I don't know if you guys know this, but there are black trans people. There are black trans people. They exist. It's almost as if they would be more affected.
For the past 3
All right. So she doesn't have a video.
weeks, I have watched.
But we kind of already know that lady. All right, let's see next. Leftist MMA creator. Okay, so now this, maybe we could do something with this. Because, I mean, maybe Charlie likes to tussle? That would be interesting. I would watch that. I would actually watch that. This might be the best angle they have, truly. This would be the best angle. A little tussling. Yeah, he doesn't have anything on here. Not a
For
lot
the
of people
past
talking
3
about this
weeks,
tour. All right, I know. Okay, so Danny Collins was on there, but he's no longer on the tour. CFH where he saw Robbie Roadsteamer. I don't see much.
Bring us cheaper tariffs from the bottom of the ocean from China. Every day I support a felon by riding my jet ski. I believe that's the heart of democracy. Well, it's not that far to Roosevelt. At least it's not for me. Sailing helps me fall. Russia Bellin. Hell yeah, the USS Insurrection. Louie, baby, won't you let me take you on a loser cruise?
This is the best we have, y'all. This is it. Hold on tight. Tell me if he goes to a college campus doing that. Tell me he wouldn't get put on a list.
We've just had some great warriors from all branches. This one goes out to hair plug Hitler, Elon Musk. Right for the pumpkin spice Satan's capital. Marine Corps, Air Force, Army, Navy, Green Beret.
I have very few words. I have very few words. This is part 2.
3 weeks,
That was it, y'all, because Danny dropped out. We did all these other ones, right? We did Stinkster. She's got me blocked on my main, so I can't see any of these things. Just a girl in rural America watching Trump tear up part of town. And the caption says, meanwhile, we're turning friends into enemies. I'm gonna read it because YouTube doesn't like the songs. All right. What Trump has done in the past week while the left has been canceling each other. FBI arrested a judge in Wisconsin, expelled a 2-year-old U.S. citizen with no meaningful process, signed 3 executive orders targeting sanctuary cities that aren't cooperating enough with immigration crackdowns, majorly cut HHS, including climate funding, Department of Jobs and Infrastructure, and housing grants. And then the caption, we are in the most serious timeline with the most unserious people. I don't think she did an announcement.
Today is May 9th of 2025, and the Trump administration has just arrested a Democratic elected official from the state of New Jersey. It appears as if we're one step closer to declaring martial law, but the real question still remains. Who the fuck is Z. Cohen Sanchez, and where is this $100,000? Now, typically speaking, when people try to tear down leftist movements, I simply ignore them, because our goal is to organize electorally and win elections, and their goal is to profit off your outrage through clicks and views. But I've decided today that I'm actually going to respond because Peyton has decided to get on this app and accuse me of money laundering, which is a crime. First, I want to address the $95,000 because clearly it's really cute that you don't know how businesses and PACs work, but that is actually a very typical practice, that businesses process reimbursements because it's a lot easier to do it through business than through a PAC. The $95,000 specifically was for our deep canvassing program and our voter registration program, where we hired over 30 canvassers that worked for over 8 weeks. Plus, also we had a phone banking program as well, which was very successful. And if you want to see the receipts from that too, I'm happy to share those. So let's take a look at all of the receipts. Every single transaction that was done for the Unfuck America tour, which by the way will be available on the FEC's website this time next week as we are completing our filings. However, since you guys are so concerned about that, I wanted to show it to you. Now let's go through the breakdown of every single transaction and what they came out to. Dean and Parker, $7,500 each for their speaker's fee.
That is
came to
that is
$15,000.
insulting. That is insulting. Speaker's fee. Do y'all know what people get paid a speaker's fee for actually putting a speech on? Like an actual planned speech, an actual like, bro. Hi Twitchies. Oh, I see Sensitive's over there. Risto's over there. Checking on my Twitchies. Oh, we got some stuff going on over on YouTube. Welcome, YouTubers. Thank you for hanging out with us. Yeah, and $7,500 for what they did was like nothing. Like that's absolutely ridiculous. So I don't believe that is just a speaking fee. She may call it that, but I don't know. I want to see the breakdown. I want to see the breakdown of the creative team. Does creative team, does that include licensing?
$1,000, very typical, and they worked very hard for that money. Staff, $24,401. We had some staff come in early, stay through the whole event, and leave late because there was a lot of things that we had to do on the front and the back end. The creative team, so those are the amazing people that filmed, that edited all of the clips that you saw, including Dean's videos he put out. That
they got paid $7,500 and they didn't even fucking film and edit their own videos. What did they do? $24,000 for staff? For what? Because what I saw was the content creators, shuffling the crowd around.
That was $11,372.72. The hotel, which by the way was for almost 50 people, which was our influencers and our staff, was $21,031. Awesome deal. Meals came out to quite a bit, even though we really cut corners on as many meals as we could. It was $23,356.98. The car rentals, including your car, Peyton, which was over $500, came out to $3,421.74. And the flights came out to $42,606.93. Then we had our transportation. So we needed van rentals because we were quite a distance from College Station. Where we were at the hotel, it was not walkable. And we also had to drive people an hour and a half from the airport to College Station. I was actually one of the van drivers because we were short-staffed. Came out to $4,645.02. The merch, which was given to the influencers and people that purchased it, was $7,404.42. The Texas A&M fees for the event, which included our original spot that we got canceled on last minute, included the amphitheater that we rented last minute to get around the problems that we had, and also included the 6-person team that were the police that were watching everybody and monitoring, was $10,060.50. And then the event use, which means that we had extra fees that had to go to Texas A&M, was $3,077.97. And then the gas was $402.05. The reason why this was so high is because, one, when you're taking 50 people out of state anywhere, it's going to be high, but also because this was a launch event. This is not the intention for us to spend this much at every single stop. The intention of this was to have a big splash so that we could get the material that we needed to.
Oh, there was a big splash, all right. There was a big splash. A splash was had, but it's not the kind of splash that she wanted.
Continue to fundraise and continue this tour successfully. This is normal. Almost all organizations do this, and also we had a lot of one-time expenses, like things like tents and graphic fees and website fees and all of those things as well.
Does anyone remember seeing a tent? Because I don't remember seeing a tent. I remember them being out in the sun, and then they were under that pavilion. Where was the tent?
So now your hypothesis is that now after you've gone through all of these transactions and you see that I didn't get paid $1, that I must have hid the money through giving it to my firm. Oh, that's so interesting, because that's also a lie. And let me show you actually how much money I made from my firm last year. This part is going to be very embarrassing to show you guys, because clearly it shows that I'm not a very good businesswoman and probably like way too much of a democratic socialist. But I want to be very clear before I show you guys how much my business makes, is that I started this business on $0.00. Here's what we made at my business, Soul Strategies, in the year 2024. We made $1.7 million in sales, which is very impressive considering that's an off-year election.
Hold on. Does anyone know what Soul Strategies is classified as?
And really shows our team's
Are they
hustle.
for profit, not for profit?
We
or
spent
not?
almost the entire thing, as you can see in this line, which is kind of ironic because you claim that I don't pay employees and contractors, right? Well, then where did that money go? Where did that line item go? Because it looks like to me that we spent almost the entirety of our sales on our employees, which is good. That's what we want. That's literally what we want, because when we invest in our employees, when we invest in people, they stay with us and they want to continue this work. So that's a good thing. But at the end of the year, we ended up with $185,000, which we had to keep in our account because our lowest level that we can hit in our account for payroll safety is $200,000. So after working every single week of last year, I worked a total of 3,120 hours, which I worked 52 weeks. I worked every single day, including Christmas Day. And by the way, including the day that I actually gave birth to my child. Ended up working for $68,536.07, which totaled out to $21.96 per hour.
It's your
That's
company.
how much I made last year.
It's your
so, Payne, I
company.
think there's a really good life lesson in this.
Babes, it's your company. It is your company. You want to work less? Work for somebody else, I guess? I don't know what to tell you. It's your company. No one's forcing you to do this.
And the life lesson is, don't accuse people online of crimes unless you have fucking evidence and receipts. And on top of that, because of all of this, your harassment has led to people actually doxing me and my family. So on top of the fact that we started this organization to...
Does she know what doxing is? My favorite, you guys can't see the comments, but the top comment here, because we're mutuals, Daisy saying, what a waste of money. The comments, though, are commenting for sure. We got So are we going to address the ableist and racist comments you made? You're still anti-black, my friend. You should not be leading this, and it was said multiple times that people do not want you running this. Hi, calling out racism is not tearing down leftist movements. I hope this helps. Sorry, just to clarify, your receipts are spreadsheets that you made. Good God, anything to not talk about your racism, I guess. Z, I can excuse racism, but I draw the line at money laundering. These aren't receipts, these are claims on a spreadsheet. Closed invoices and or actual receipts are receipts. Yeah. I won't normally do this, but Payne exposed me, so I need to make something up. Someone said, Z, be so for real. Oh boy. They're a for-profit company? Okay. Because if it was a not-for-profit, it would make sense that they didn't have money rolling over. That's the only reason why I asked that. Speaking of grifting, we still have $158 left in our daily grift. For those of you guys new here, I foster kittens. I've fostered hundreds of kittens at this point. We just got 3 new kittens last night. They are in the toaster. And the majority of my daily goal goes towards the kittens. Sometimes goes to Red Bull. Sometimes it goes to Carvel. But I do have a full-time job. So you're not necessarily funding my lifestyle. It's to supplement the foster kittens. I do also have to mention that I received 3 cases of kitten wet food, but there was no note. So thank you, whoever sent that those cases of kitten wet food. We have. Well, I gotta get the updated number because we did do a transport this weekend. Vine and Periscope went to their new home, as well as the dog Brody and a couple other animals. So we had 35 animals in our care last week, but I need an updated number to actually. It might be around the same number since we just took in 3 more. Hi, Valerie. I've gone back into Red Bull from watching you drink it. I'm sorry, Sophia. And speaking of toasted kittens, the Goon community helped fundraise to get us that kitty bake oven. So W Goons. Aw, thank you, Ariel. Ariel sent 28 for the grift. Appreciate you. Now we got a nice round number. Let me update that. Let's see if anyone can guess the song that I have stuck in my head. Let's see if our FYPs are aligned. We have 32? Okay, see? Kitty Puppy Alliance, that's in the chat. That is the rescue that I'm on the board of. We have 32 in our care. My favorite Red Bull right now is the Wild Berries. But other than that, it's the original. It's not Pretty Little Baby. I'll give you guys a hint. Anne Boleyn. I'm not even going to sing the song. I'm not trying to get in trouble here. Aww. They probably were, Dawn. They probably were from you. Thank you so much. Because I did receive them today. I did receive, I received some yesterday or the day before that also didn't have, a note. And then I received some as well that were from Josiah. You guys love to say check Discord, but then you don't tell me where to check. Discord is a big place, y'all. Discord is a big place. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. But yeah, that's my FYP is mostly that right now. All right, we're gonna need to oh, you're good, Tiana. We're gonna need to do some kitten feeding. Let's get rid of this. All right. I don't know how we're gonna do this. Can I leave you guys unattended for a little bit? Like a minute? Not even a minute. I know a minute's a long time. I'm gonna leave you guys unattended. Don't misbehave. I'm gonna leave up the hand heart goal. And I'm gonna go heat up some water for the kittens. Did you guys behave? The markings are so cute. I've never seen never seen a calico that had like markings like this. Show you what I mean. So normally the calicos I've seen look like this. It kind of just looks like a mishmash, but like it's like she has like spots. They're very messy. The others are like torties. Oh, I didn't know that. Anyone concerned? I'm just stimulating them to go to the bathroom. So yeah, this is what the majority of the daily goal goes towards. Like I said, I have a full-time job with health benefits and all of that. This just helps me be able to do more. Also helps with Chairman Mao if he ever needs any medical stuff, since he's our community kitten. Chairman Mao is a foster fail that we as a community decided to adopt. Sorry, I'm looking down to make sure that they don't just walk off of the blanket. Because they're in the toaster and the toaster's kind of far away. Alright. Alright. Yeah, you guys are paying child support. I really don't care what that person's doing. Alright. They do latch pretty well. Aw, thank you, Robbie. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. When I use TikTok Studio, it doesn't make the same sound effects. Look at this little angel. Are you little? They're already starting to purr. Doing good. Here's the funny. I'll call you little. I don't know how she got poop all over her face. Silly girl. And I know it's the ginger. I know it's the orange cat. The orange cat is the one that's making a huge mess because I've seen him do it. And they don't have their eyes open, so like, they don't know what's going on. This roly-poliness is stressing me out. He looks just like Mao when Mao was little. The next story, by the way, will be that these aren't real cats, these are AI. Or they're rented cats. Hi, Robbie. They're starting to get a little bit of moisture around the eyes. That usually means that their eyes are starting to get ready to open up. So I'm just gonna like go through each of them, and they get like, I go multiple rounds giving them the bottle. I know. You guys full already? Alright, let's put them back before they climb off. Yes, Amy, they are starting up a new tour. They have no dates, which is interesting. Who's ever seen a tour without dates? It's kind of wild. Thank you guys for the heart me's. Trying to think if there's something else that I wanted to show you guys. Oh, that's interesting, Teresa. Oh, please. Hold on. What a time to be alive, y'all. 2025. What a time to fucking be alive. This year's been nothing but interesting things. What is Liam doing here? Oh, I'm never gonna finish drying my hair. There's just too many things going on. Oh my gosh, Lee. The only type of tour with no dates I can think of is a contour. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. All right. All right, let's. All right, I'm adding Warrior Princess. You can join the VC now. Can you hear me?
Say that again.
I said, can you hear me? Oh, we're in a subwave.
Yes.
Can you guys hear Josiah?
Oh, you poor people.
Someone said, unfortunately. Wow.
My legs.
All right, so if you guys want to join the
7 hour
conversation,
live.
you just go to jointheconvo.live and follow the instructions, and then we'll bring you into the VC. Not your legs.
There's gonna be so many 7 hour lives coming up.
For your leggies?
Well,
It makes me sad that we're
about
making all of
Jess.
these like leg jokes because it just makes me think of McFlurry and her little leggies.
They work though, right? So.
Did they work? She died.
I mean, did she die from lack of legs?
No.
They're doing better than my legs.
Oh, I was told by the rescue that I need to stop talking about all the foster kittens that don't make it. because now people are talking about on Reddit saying that I'm doing it on purpose.
Oh, that's not true at all.
That I'm too gleeful when they don't make it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, people don't understand dark humor. And unfortunate when you're given, you know, kittens with already ailments and stuff, like it's just gonna happen. Speaking of little kittens, 15 years ago, my wife, well, she wasn't my wife at the time, but my wife started fostering 4 kittens, 2 of which we still have. So we failed twice.
But they didn't end up in your freezer.
No, they were older than what you've been given, like you've had. They they had their eyes open. They were still bottle fed and all that, but they were probably at least 4 to 5 weeks, I'd guess.
I don't know if I'm saying the name right. Kesa says people don't get that 1/5 bottle fed. Kittens just don't make it. I've actually seen the number be up to like 50% without the mom don't make it. My odds have not been great. I usually didn't have that bad of odds, but lately it's just been. I've been taking L's left and right. It sucks. All right, let's see. I might try a different.
I see coconuts in the chat. That must mean Jessica Simone's in there.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do. Oh yeah, let's get some. Maybe we can get. Not 95. Oh my gosh. Why can't I change this number? There we go. All right, let's see if we can get some trains run on us.
Choo choo.
While we wait for people to join us in the VC. Just so you guys know that the Discord is not like a hangout spot, so you would join if you want to join the conversation, and then once the live is over, we boot everybody. So you know. Technically, 100% of orphan kids that don't find a foster or surrogate don't make it. Obviously. Haley, 100%. Because obviously if they don't find a foster or surrogate, they don't have any way to eat. So 100%. And if they come to my house, it's 80% chance that they don't make it.
Don't be so gleeful. They're watching you now.
Who? have no idea how hard it is fostering. Yeah. Thank you, Jessica. You got booted? Oh, it must mean that my my referees are and my bouncers are not refereeing. Try it again. I don't think he realizes I'm talking to him. Mm. Hold, please. Hold on. Where's HR? On vacation, on PTO. I have to restart. I think I'm going to restart on my phone because I got to be a little bit more mobile. Oh my gosh, Carrie. Carrie, that hospice nurse says 100% of my patients die, just saying. See, that I could vibe with that sense of humor. I appreciate you. But yeah, we'll restart. I do have an appointment at 6:30, so I can't really stay for too long. But maybe we'll do a later live today. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Love you guys. Bye.